This is Garis, Masculist, MGTOW flyers. That is 2-3 page essays on the themes of masculism and MGTOW, written by and read aloud by Prof. Dr. Hugo de Garis. This is flyer number 725, part 2, entitled Weaponizing Masculist Hatred of Fluffie Manslavery and Fluffie Feminist Hypocrisy. Carrying straight on. You feminazis preach that gender oppression is a one-way street, so that millions of young women now have made themselves repulsive to young men, since these young women see men as oppressors, as unattractive, not to have relationships with, not to reproduce with. So you feminists are indirectly wiping out whole populations, so you must be stopped. Masculists have a very effective strategy to force monoconscious feminists like yourself to learn some masculism, so that you become biconscious. 99.5% of women are heterosexual, so even the most rabid of feminazis is still dependent on men for her sex. So we masculists target those currently monoconscious male feminist boyfriends of theirs by teaching those men masculist ideas so that they become biconscious. If their monoconscious feminist girlfriends don't become biconscious faster, in capital letters, than these men do, then these newly biconscious boyfriends will see the monoconsciousness of their feminist girlfriends as deeply hypocritical, given how much worse women oppress men. These boyfriends will become disgusted and then finally dump these monoconscious feminist girlfriends. When millions of monoconscious feminists have been thus dumped, and they then see their former boyfriends now developing new relationships with biconscious feminists, then that will powerfully motivate monoconscious feminists to become biconscious by studying masculist ideas, so that they learn that gender oppression is a two-way street and lose their monoconscious feminist bitchiness towards men. We masculists have a hatred of women like you and are out to exterminate you, forcing you to either become biconscious by learning some masculism or to rot on the shelf, dying slow, miserable, manless, loveless, sexless, babyless deaths. You are misandrist, hypocritical shits who masculists spit on, who don't even pump and dump women like you. What are you going to do in a few years, when nearly all the men you come across have been masculisted, infected by the masculist virus, who won't tolerate your monoconscious feminist cuntiness, who will spit in your face, who will viciously, verbally, violently, ideologically, hatefully harangue you, as I am doing now? Men, masculisted men, will make your life a misery. You will be rejected from all sides, by both sexes, by male masculists and increasingly by female masculists, as female masculists see that your monoconscious misandry is causing young men to reject dating young women, causing the lives of biconscious female masculists to be manless as well, which makes them blame monoconscious feminists like you for their manlessness, and they hate you for it. If you were to have a man in your life, then you'd better learn some masculism before your life is made a misery by all the men you come across, who will see you as a hateable, misandrist, male-dumping, feminazi cunt and spit in your face, rejecting you to death, forcing you to rot on the shelf, alone, lonely, manless, depressed and totally ignored. ... The masculists are pushing for the masculist movement to express its hatred of fluffy manslavers and fluffy feminist hypocrites onto millions of women, that is, fluffies and fluffy feminists, so that men are freed from manslavery and the hypocrisy of monoconscious feminists. By attacking such women with hateful masculist rhetoric, and on a mass scale, then women will become alarmed, frightened, terrified of being forced to rot on the shelf, thus powerfully motivating them to learn some masculism, to become biconscious, and hence be more likely to have and to keep a man in their lives. The core idea of this flyer is that masculists should attack fluffies and monoconscious feminists viciously, aiming to wipe them out for the sake of the preservation of the human species, since if masculists don't, then the human species will die out. Thus, biconscious masculists see monoconscious feminists as literally an existential threat that needs to be exterminated. To exterminate monoconscious feminists, harangue them to death with hateful biconscious masculist rhetoric for the sake of the preservation of the human species. What could be more important? Cheers. Prof. Dr. Hugo de Garis. Email profhugodegaris@yahoo.com. Website profhugodegaris.wordpress.com. Brackets. Click on the Masculist tab for 720 plus Masculist essays in their videos. Google the terms London Real and Hugo de Garis to see videos on masculism at AI will kill 1 billion people dash. Do we create our exterminators? Question mark. Professor Hugo de Garis dash London Real. Brackets. See the last half hour of this 2-hour interview for the Masculist segment, as well as Countdown to Extinction, How AI Will Exterminate Mankind, again for the last 40 minutes on masculism. These flyers are available in text and video formats on Minds, BitChute, Odyssey, MGTOW.tv, X and YouTube. I have nearly 1,000 masculist videos in 15 playlists on YouTube that can be accessed by searching for the channel name De Garis Masculist Videos. That's all one word. All 1,000 of my masculist videos in one long list in most recent first time order can also be found on X by searching the channel name De Garis Masculist Videos. That's 4 words. Ciao.